Hello everyone, I'm very happy to have you guys in this class. And then, although the class is named as Analytic and Application, and as more, if we want to give this class a more popular name, that would be Business Analytics. And so this class is built upon the previous prerequisite, and so it's a good idea before you start taking this class, have a good quick review about what we learned before in the other two quantitative analytical classes. So in this first module, and especially in this first video, I want to give you an introduction in terms of the basic foundation about business analytics, what we're going to learn during the semester. And then in next video, we're going to dive into data and variables. And so in next video, some of the concepts you might become very familiar because maybe in the previous prerequisite classes, you already learned it. But take a little bit of time to rewatching them because it will help you to refresh the memory what you learned before. Okay. So the learning objective for this first module is first, make sure you're reading the textbook, chapter 1. And after you're learning this first module, you will be able to explain the importance of the business analytics. So why this is a required course for all business students. And the second, you are able to explain the various types of data. And then you will be able to describe variable and the types of measures, scales. And you will have a lot of homework assignment questions related to give you a variable, you are able to identify what type of variable they are and what kind of type of measurement scale they use to measure that variable. And lastly, we were able to learn how to describe different data source and the file format. Okay, again, this chapter is try to warm you guys up and give you an overview and also make you excited about this class. Okay, so why we are learning this class. So thinking about nowadays, every time you open the Facebook or any social media, and you are developing huge data. So the question is, what those data used for? Yes, of course. So the social media company, so the Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, so X now, so they are all free. So why they offer you such a free, very enjoyable tools? The reason is when they collect new data, they are able to analyzing your shopping behavior, your preferences, etc. So those data will help the business to derive a lot of business insight, such as creating marketing campaign, figuring out what kind of product they need to produce to attracting the potential customers, etc., etc. So that's why we are thinking about why the business analytics becomes such an important courses for all colleges and universities is really because the growing availability of vast amount of data we are developing, and also the most important part is improve the computational power. You can imagine the data, since human beings exist, we are developing data, we are generating data. The problem is 30, 40 years ago, people are not able to do what we are currently doing is because our computational power is not that strong, right? So now give the development of the hardware, of the computer, the chips, and we are able to handling the big data, right? So we have big data, the computer improved, and then lastly, because a lot of computer scientists, they are able to develop very sophisticated algorithm. As you heard about artificial intelligence, machine learning, big language models. So all those algorithms are developed by very smart, talented computer scientists. So for us as a business analyst, so we do not need to know those how we creating those sophisticated algorithm. The most important part is given we have those algorithms, are we able to leveraging them to solving the business problem, right? So again, this class is undergrad level, so therefore we are not introducing anything so hard that you are not able to handle. So we are able to introducing a very practical tool, which is Excel. And Excel, you guys are very familiar. You might already using since you're high school. Like my kids, she's in second grade. She's already using Excel. I'm teaching her. So don't look down upon Excel. It is a very popular tool, but it's a very powerful data analytical tool. So if you talk to any data scientist that what is the first language or first analytical tool I need to learn, so they would no doubt they're telling you Excel. So therefore, for this class, we are, if you already learned a little bit Excel in your previous prerequisite classes, that would be perfect. But for this class, we are building you an even stronger analytical skill using Excel. So therefore, make sure you have your Excel ready. Okay. So data and analytical capacity have changed the way business make decisions. It used to be business owner just using their intuition to make a decision. Of course, it makes sense sometimes if you don't have a lot of data. But now we do have a lot of data. The question is, we should leverage it, right? So they are the resource. So if you look at nowadays, most successful businesses, startups, the reason they are successful, they are able to make a good prediction about the future of the business trend is because they have very good business analysts who are able to leverage those large, vast majority data, help business leader make a good decision. So they are able to turn the data into insight and action. Okay, so don't think you won't be that person. So I fully believe you will be that person, that business analyst, or you are the startup owner who are able to leveraging the skills that we're learning in this class to transforming those raw data into business insight and then help business owner or help yourself make a good business decision. Okay. So as we're talking about business analytics, also we call it data analytics as well. And what kind of process involved in this building this knowledge space, right? So basically involve extracting information and the knowledge from data. So it will improve the bottom line, enhance the customer experience, develop a better marketing strategies, deepen customer engagement, enhance efficiency and reduce expenses, identify emerging markets, mitigate risk and fraud. So you can think about many examples to fit in this box that help to business owner to making a better decision, right? Thinking about when you are thinking to buy a box of chocolate online and then you search it and later on when you go to Facebook suddenly commercial popped out which one of the company promoting their chocolate to you and you're like what the heck, so why they are knowing what I'm looking for chocolate? Because all those data you generated being consumed by those social media social media platform, then they share those data with their business side client, right? So they are able to figure out, oh, you are the customer, you are looking for chocolate. So I don't think you feel, oh my god, it's so bad they know my preference. I think you feel thrilled, right? So you are looking for chocolate, so there's certain chocolate popped out on your browser, so you will be pleased. So having this getting to the customer first help business making more money, but also creating convenience to the customer, right? And also identify emerging market. So if the customer you keep searching certain item, you are not able to find it, and they are not able to find it. So maybe that is a business opportunity, right? So if that kind of insight will be shared to the business, so we will be able to see the new business established to meeting the consumer's new demand, right? So there are so many examples I can list it, but the most exciting part is I know a lot of you guys taking this class at this point, you're like, I have no idea what kind of business problem I need to solve. Fine. The reason is once you graduate, find your first job, and you will have tons of the business questions you need to solve. So therefore, you need to make sure you retain everything we learned in this class because down the road, it will definitely will help you in your career. Okay. So therefore, the business analytics is being widely used in marketing, human resource management, economics, finance, health, sports, and political science, etc. So here just limited the listed, but there is unlimited usage of the business analytics. If is there anything related to how can we get in the consumer, how are we gonna make money, and if they have data, that's where the data analytics become very powerful tool to help business win the competition. Perfect. Okay, so what kind of knowledge you need to have in order to be a good business analyst? So first, of course, statistics. So therefore, in this class, we are not only just learning quantitative analysis. We are focused on statistics. Second, computer science. Like I said, this is our undergrad level, intro level of the business analytics. I'm not requiring you to do some fancy R programming or Python programming. We focus on are we able to using Excel to solving data questions, right? Business data questions. And number three is information system. Okay, you are able to acquire data and analyzing it, right? So one thing I want to emphasize, nowadays we have a very popular term called data science. As I mentioned, I was working in the Fortune 100 company as one of the lead data scientists. So I want to emphasize the differences between business analytics and the data science. Okay, so data science actually develop application for end user, so which is a more advanced level. You actually need to know a lot of sophisticated programming languages, and so I know some of the students are interested to become data scientists. So this class will be your first step. You need to make sure you get A in this class, then you can move on to the next level, data science. So in many big company, when they hire data scientists, they usually require a master degree in data science. So therefore, like I said, this is our class really building a good foundation for you to go to next level, okay? So for our class, which is more focused on business analytics, so we focus on the data analysis for business applications. So we are not focused on, oh, are we able to create an algorithm to train the machine learning model, etc. So we are not focusing on that. We focus on giving you, this is the data. Are you able to derive business insight using certain tool we learn in this class, right? The tool is not just about Excel, it's about different kind of statistical models we learn in this class, okay? So for business analytics, it combines qualitative reasoning with quantitative tools. Okay, when you go to the real world, you look at any business analyst, you will realize that most of them are not pure computer science student. So they are business major student. Why is that? Because in order to be a good business analyst, you not only need to know the math, which is statistics, using software, but most importantly, you need to be able to have that business intuition, which is what we call out here qualitative reasoning. Because when you be a good business analyst, you always need to have some kind of idea to identify business key problems, developing the business hypothesis, and then leveraging the data to test your hypothesis, and then leading the business leaders or yourself to making a business decision. Again, the ultimate goal to be a business analyst is to improve business performance. So everything we're learning here are tools. So during this whole semester, I'm not only just emphasize, oh, are you able to use Excel? Are you able to using the give you data using Excel to get a result? But also the most important, I'm ask you to practicing on your business intuition, business reasoning, right? Quantitative reasoning. So therefore, as you look at my computer skill lecture videos later on, every computer skill lecture video, I usually creating a business case. So put you in the business scenario to make you to think as a business leader or business decision maker. Given you are in that role, this is the data and this is the technique we learn in this class. Are you able to leveraging the knowledge you learn in the class based on the data to solving that business problem? And of course, I will guide you step by step because we are learning, right? So ideally, after you finish this class, you're able to, your boss give you a business problem, or even you run your business, your own business, you came out business problem, and you are able to derive those step by step by yourself, and then to solve line by line, right? So that is the ultimate goal. But again, we are learning, so I will give you the baby step guidelines, ask you questions step by step. So make sure you know how to complete a project step by step. Once you finish that, you should remember, okay, those are the steps I went through. If I go into the real world, so try to solve very similar problems, you are able to derive those step by step by yourself, right? So that's when you say, oh, you know what? I'm able to solve the problem by myself. So therefore, at the end of the semester, we do have a class project. So in that project, you will be exercise collecting your own data, cleaning the data, and I will give you a little bit of guideline, and you are able to follow the guideline to say, okay, this is the problem I try to solve, and this is the relatively bigger step I give you, and I need to you need to add in a little bit your own thoughts, how to make those steps more orienting to your thought process, right? So I'm very excited about this final project to look at what you're going to present to me, because that's something to you show it to me, and I'll even show it to yourself. Look, I can solve a business problem by myself, right? Perfect. Okay, so where to start when you're thinking about business analytics? So business analytics begin with understanding the business context. Okay, so this is a very important step. It's not jumping to the data. So the first thing is reading the case description and ask the right question, and also identify which technique we learn in this class is the proper way to analyzing that situation. And then lastly, you are able to communicate. Like I said, you are not a computer scientist, you are a business analyst. It is very important that you are able to communicate your result with your stakeholder who might not have any background about business analytics, but they know the business itself. So you need to know how to translate those complicated, sophisticated analytical result into something easy to be understood by your stakeholders, right? And then so the numerical results are not very useful unless they are accompanied with a clear stated actionable business insight. So as we talking about communication skill in this class, I do require my students creating a bunch of PowerPoint slides for a final project, and also some of their case study exams. So the reason is that I do feel they're able to creating a storytelling PowerPoint. It is very important skills, right, in the real business world. So are you able to concisely to express your idea and help your stakeholder understand what you are talking about, okay, and your business decision. Okay, so this is something we will practice during the whole semester. Okay, so in next video, I want to talk about the 3 different type of analytic techniques and also help you give you an overview about how these 3 techniques are taught in this class, because the 3 different analytical technique actually were introduced through different chapters. So I look forward to talk to you in the next video.